Hi, my name's Paul Grogan and welcome to part 2 of the How to Play video series for Undaunted Stalingrad. In this video, we're going to be seeing a playthrough. Rob and Paul have learned how to play and they're now going to be playing their first game. If you haven't seen the first video in this series, you'll need to watch that first in order to learn how to play. But this video is just those two playing their game for the first time. Now, after they've played the first game, at the end of the video, we do open up the campaign elements. I will call that out in the video because some players might consider that a spoiler, but I believe a big part of how this game evolves from one game to the next is showing off the campaign progression through it. So yeah, after we've done the playthrough, I then do touch on how that progression works from one game to the next. And as I say, if you consider that a spoiler, then I'll mention it at a certain point in the video and you can skip past it. Anyway, let's jump to the table and see how the first game plays. Right, okay, so here we are. We're going to play Scenario 1 from Undaunted Stalingrad. And yeah, you've shuffled your decks. Yep. You've drawn 4 cards. Yep. So the first thing to do is choose one of your cards secretly, play it face down in front of you, and this is your card for initiative. And if it's tied, the Soviets will keep the initiative because you start with the initiative. Have we reset the map correctly? We have. I think the map's correct. Right, okay, reveal cards. 6. We have a 6, we have a 3. So those cards are discarded. The Germans have the initiative. Right, off you go. So Rob, you take your turn. You play your cards one at a time. If you've got any queries about what any of them do, feel free to ask.
So I'm going to begin with a bolster from the platoon sergeant.
Okay, so you're playing platoon sergeant and you're choosing the bolster 3 action. So you take any 3 or up to 3 cards.
So the 3 cards I take is 1 machine gunner B.
Straight into your discard pile.
1 machine gunner A. And 1 rifleman A.
Okay. That's the platoon sergeant's views. Yep.
Leave them there.
Leave them there for now. Yep. They go to your discard pile at the end of your turn.
Then I'm going to play squad leader A.
Yep.
And I'm also going to bolster again.
Lots of bolstering.
So then another machine gunner.
But this is only from squad A.
A.
Yep.
And another rifleman from squad A.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play scout A. And the scout A is going to move, or he's going to scout twice.
So you're going to choose the scout action.
Yep. Moving 1 to here. Already scouted.
It's already been scouted, so you don't add any fog of war
Second
cards.
1 here. Now he scouts that, which means I place this marker here.
So that's scouted.
I placed a scout marker, so I add a fog of war
card
to my discard.
To your discard pile. And then that's the end of your turn. You discard all of your cards. I'd run away if I were you.
Yeah, advancing already.
Right,
okay.
Off you go.
Right, so well, I have to play at scout.
Yeah. Okay,
and I am going to scout 2. So that will get rid of these cards. I could just do nothing, but then he's going to come forwards.
Well, that was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Remember, you've both got exactly the same decks at the start of the game. So although Rob had a great start with some really good cards, you've got those cards in your deck.
Yeah, that's good. Actually, I might get rid of these. No, I'm going to scout 2.
Okay.
I'm going to move my scout B. That's this one. 1, 2.
You don't need to go there.
Don't need to go there.
So just 1 to there. That gets you a fog of war card to your discard pile. Did you want to do any more scouting? Because there's no reason why you can't go into here, for example.
Yeah, and if I'm on this tile, does the building?
No.
No.
It'll protect you from my units.
Yeah.
But not from these.
So that is
it is to your advantage because it means you're more vulnerable to the machine gunners.
Yeah.
But they're more vulnerable to you. You're protected from the rest of my forces at the same time my gunners are protected from the rest of your forces.
Yeah. But I would need to draw a scout. I'd need to draw a scout B card in order to use it once it was in.
Yes. And you have another in the deck at the moment because you only have 1 of each.
Yeah.
But then you also know most of my stuff hasn't come out yet.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do that. And then I'm discarding.
So you don't play fog of war cards?
You don't play them?
No. Technically, you don't play them.
Okay.
Your turn is over.
Yeah.
So you discard the scout card and you discard your fog of war cards. That's the end of the first round.
Right. Okay.
Now, the good news is your 2 fog of war cards are gone.
Gone.
Okay, whereas Rob's are still in his deck. So both draw 4 cards. And again, choose a card to play for your initiative. Okay, reveal. We have a 1, we have a 5. So the Soviets get the initiative, discard those 2 cards, and now you take your turn.
Okay, so...
What are you going to play first?
Well, I know that I've got good cards left in my deck. We'll bolster. I'm going to go bolster. I'm going to play my platoon sergeant.
Okay, are you going to command 2 or bolster 3?
I'm going to, at this point, command 2, I think.
So that's draw 2 cards. Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to play my squad leader B to bolster 2B.
So 2 cards from squad B.
Squad B.
From your supply into your discard pile.
Rifleman B.
That's got to be squad B.
Sorry, B, both in B. Okay. Scouts a bit. Yeah. Okay. Need to push out into the gunner.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to. Now then, suppress action.
Yep.
That's the same as the attack in terms of the defence.
Exactly the same, except you roll more dice.
More dice.
So you won't score a wound, you'll just suppress the unit.
And that will prevent them from being active until you play another
Correct.
card of that type.
Yes.
But you have bolstered those, haven't you?
Yes, I've got quite a lot of my machine gunners out.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay. I'm going to play my squad leader A.
Squad leader A.
To bring in rifleman A. And machine gunner.
Okay. So that's platoon sergeant and both squad leaders played.
Yeah.
You've still got 2 cards left.
Still got 2 cards left. Because I used the command.
so draw 2 more.
Yeah.
To draw. So I am going to use. Why isn't this got a building? There's a building there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I move. Yeah. If I move there. It's no worse than being there, except it's one closer.
It's one closer.
To gunners.
Yeah.
But
that's good for both of you.
I think I'll do that.
So
I'm
you're
going
going to
to
play
move
the
my
machine gunner,
machine gunner
and
A.
you're going to move
Gonna
1.
move 1 to there.
Yeah. You can only move into a scouted area.
Yep.
So that's that done.
And my rifleman B is going to have a pop shot.
Okay. So you're going to do the attack action.
The attack action.
So who's your target?
So I'm going to rifleman B is going to go for this one.
Okay. So the defense is 4 plus 3 because it's coming from a different tile.
Yep.
Plus 2 for the range. So it's a 9.
9 on 1 dice.
Okay. Well, you might get lucky.
Might get lucky.
Yeah.
So a 9 or a 0.
9 or a 0. So there's a 20% chance. No.
It's a 1.
Okay. That's it.
You missed. Okay.
And you've discarded all your cards.
Yep.
And now it's
Okay.
Rob's go.
So I'll start with Rifleman B, and Rifleman B are going to advance to this counter region here.
That's the move. Yeah.
And then we are going to play Machine Gunner A, and I'm going to attack your Machine Gunner
You're
A.
going to do an attack,
Yep.
not a suppress.
Do an attack, not suppress,
Okay.
it's right next to me.
Okay. So this gunner, defense of 4, plus 1 for that, plus another 1, so it's 6.
Okay.
Okay. So Rob's rolling 2 dice. If any of them are a 6,
There we go.
they're both a 6.
Wow.
They're both more than 6. So first of all, do you have a card in your hand for gunner A?
No.
Do you have a card in your discard pile for gunner A? You definitely do.
I do.
So they become a casualty. So just move them off camera.
Off camera.
They are gone. They are in the casualty pile.
Then I'm going to fire Gunner B, also your Gunner A.
Okay. Now this is slightly different because it's a range 2.
Yep.
So you need 7s instead of 6s.
There we
You
go.
got a 7. So none in your hand. Any in
No,
your
I got machine gunner B.
none in your discard pile.
None in my discard pile.
Do you have machine gunner A in your deck?
He has to, because he's only got one Machine
I've
Gunner
got-
A out. So you've got to have a
Where's
machine.
that?
Oh, yeah,
It's in your discard
I
pile.
went past
Because
it.
you bolstered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a casualty as well. Okay, and you're done.
Yep.
Good, strong opening of the Germans.
Salvo from the Germans.
Right, round 3.
I only have 3 cards.
Yes, you
there,
both need to draw 4 cards. So what happens is you draw the cards you can, you then shuffle your deck, and then draw remaining cards that you've got for.
1, 2, 3.
And then choose a card to play for initiative. And reveal.
6.
1.
Okay, Soviets keep initiative, discard those 2 cards, off you go.
Including Sergeant.
Oh. Bolster or command?
Yeah, it's now going to be Bolster.
Any 3 cards?
Yeah, because my machine gunners are in. What do I need? I need machine gunners, really. These are guys that are good at suppressing, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's go
1.
I think I'll take 1, 2, and rifleman. 3.
Okay, so that's the bolster,
That's the bolster
action done.
Machine gunner B.
He's down here.
Okay, so I'm going to have him move. I'm going to have him move.
Okay, you're going to use
1.
that to do a move 1.
Here.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to inspire.
So you play squad leader B.
Yeah.
And you're going to choose the inspire option.
Inspire B.
So again, difference between previous versions of Undaunted, you don't pick the card up and put it in your hand. You just literally say, I'm reactivating this.
Yeah.
And you do it again. Which of those 3 actions
So
you want to do?
I'm going to suppress.
Okay, so you've got 4 dice.
4 dice.
Who are you going to try and suppress?
These gunners.
Okay, so the defense value of the gunners is 4 plus 3, because it's coming from somewhere else,
Yeah.
plus 1 for the range. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got 4 dice, 4 chances, you need an 8, 9 or a 10. And if you add them all up... Ooh.
Oh,
So it didn't work.
didn't work.
Right, your turn is over.
That's me
Discard your
done.
cards.
Okay. So I'm going to start with Rifleman A. I'm going to do the move action to
Yep.
move Rifleman A up
To
here.
there. Yep, because you can't move here because it's not scouted.
Scouted. I'm then going to play Squad Leader A.
Yep.
And Inspire. And I'm going to inspire the Rifleman, and they're going to move
There.
again.
Mm.
I'm then going to play Squad Leader B, who is going to bolster. I'll take these machine gunners and this scout.
Done. Quick playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, next round.
2, 3.
Initiative cards. Reveal. Both played a 1, which means the Soviets keep the initiative. So those cards get discarded. Right.
Rifleman B.
Down here.
Move. Oh, actually, he's actually quite well sheltered there, but I need to get him into the play, really.
Yeah, it's only the rifleman that can do the control action. So
So that's there.
Yeah.
I feel that there's little point in me trying to control these.
I mean, you need 4 points.
I need
to
4
win.
points, but it's going to be easier for
If you get both of these,
those. Yeah.
you win, or one of these
Well,
and these 2.
Yeah, if the rifleman's able to get up, it's going to get lots of points quickly. So I'm inclined to rifleman B again.
Okay. I guess have a shot.
Yeah,
Or you could control.
Yeah, it's. I'll control it anyway, just so I get some. I'm going to control this.
Okay.
This point.
So you flip that marker
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Soviets now have, and the fog of war cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Done.
Done.
Right.
So I'm going to start with Scout B, and I'm going to scout. And we're going to go 1, 2,
So you scout
again,
that tile and you get a Fog of War card.
One Fog of War. And Machine Gunner B is going to open up on your Rifleman B.
Attack or suppress?
He's going to attack. 2 dice needing 5s.
6. So it's 4 plus 1 plus another 1 for the range.
Get the range, yeah.
So 2 dice needing 6s. 1 hit.
God.
So do you have Rifleman B in hand?
No.
Do you have one in your discard pile?
I do.
Gone.
Okay, then I discard a Fog of War.
Right, next round. Okay, reveal.
6.
1.
Okay, Germans have the initiative.
Okay, we're going to maintain fire with Machine Gunner B at your Rifleman B.
Same again.
Same again.
So 2 dice needing 6s.
2 dice needing 6s.
1 hit. So,
Did you roll that dice roll?
so first of all, do you have Rifleman B in hand?
No.
Okay, if you did, that would go. Now, do you have one in your discard
I'm
pile?
afraid so.
No,
Okay,
you
it's
did.
gone. Yeah.
Okay. Then my Rifleman A is going to seize control of this region.
Yep.
And then my Machine Gunner A is going to pour some fire onto your Machine Gunner A. So from here to here.
Attack or suppress.
Attacking again.
So
Needing
6s. It's a hit.
10.
You got 10.
Yep.
So do you have a Machine Gunner A in your hand?
No.
Discard pile?
I do.
Yes. Gone. Right. Rob's turn is over.
Squad leader. The bolster A. Rifleman A. Put that in my hand then.
You're a bit too good.
2 bolster action.
I get 2 bolster actions. So
Can be a Rifleman
another
A,
A.
yeah.
It can be another Rifleman A. I don't really need the scouts just yet. And then I am going to use a Rifleman A to move forward 1. And I'm going to use Machine Gunner B,
Who is here?
who's there, to go and jump in the nest. I can't. I need
You
to scout.
can't, you can't move.
I need to
So you
scout
can
first.
attack or you can suppress.
Yeah. Yeah. Suppress B.
So who's your target?
So it's Gunner's B.
So it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4 dice.
4 dice. You got a
9.
success, which
Out
means
of
that
10.
that is suppressed.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Let's be
Right,
done.
done. Discard the cards. Next round. Might have slowed them down a little bit, but you've got 4 casualties already.
I've got 4 casualties. Yeah.
Right, initiative cards.
Yep. Decision.
Reveal.
1.
Germans keep the initiative.
Okay, so I'm going to start with my platoon sergeant, and I'm going to command, which means I draw.
So you draw that 1 card.
1.
Then you shuffle your... And that's why your played cards stay in your played area, so that you don't cycle them round.
So they don't go back into
Yeah.
for a command. Yeah.
Okay. Then play Rifleman A, who is going to
Who's here?
move up to here.
Yep.
And then we're going to play Machine Gunner A, who is going to suppress your Machine Gunner A.
So Machine Gunner A here
no,
is
he's
going to
going to fire. He's going to attack normally.
attack normally. So 2 dice.
Yep.
Again, needing a 6. Nope.
No,
Ah.
I'll do it again.
Ah.
Machine Gunner A again. Same again.
Yep, same again.
Shoot to kill.
Shoot to kill.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Hey,
yeah,
good.
Firing blanks.
Rubber bullets. It's okay. Okay. We are going to. we are going to.
And you can't even move into this area yet at all. You haven't scouted it.
So the scouts move in.
Um,
Yeah, quite interesting because I was further away,
Yeah.
yeah.
but I already had them scouted,
You had
so
them
it's an
scouted,
interesting balance
Yeah.
there.
So I'm going to first of all scout 2
Mhm.
and go. Oops. Just use the wrong rifleman. It's going to go 1.
You don't have to do all 2 if you don't want to.
Go further. I want to stay here.
Or you
I mean, you can go back as well.
Yeah, you can move into scout and pull back, or you can move there and engage point blank range.
Yeah. So let's scout.
Okay, so you scout that area and you
fog of war.
add a fog of war card.
Discard.
Discard pile.
The gunners are more vulnerable to you, but you're more vulnerable to the gunners.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's the scout done.
Yeah. My squad leader's the wrong squad. Yeah, that's a shame. Okay. Well, I will squad leader bolster 2 Bs,
2B.
a rifleman, and okay. So yeah, I'll scout.
Okay. So just to
Because if
clarify,
you're more vulnerable,
rules-wise, both of you right now could take control of this tile.
yeah.
But as soon as one of you does, the other one can't, because then there is an enemy in the same area.
So we'll just spread these out so we can sort of see.
Yeah.
You could have
Yeah, you could have inspired that one.
B and B.
Yes. Yes. I thought this was rifleman B.
Right, okay.
Which was that one.
So I was going to move and then
Move and control. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and I realised that the squad leader's the wrong type. But yeah, that probably would have made a bit more sense. But never mind, I've done that. So I am going to do a move
Rifleman A.
rifle 1A and go in.
Going to get in there?
I'm going to get in there anyway. Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that scout team B scouted it.
Because
No.
if you don't draw a rifleman,
Yeah.
you can't
And you-
control it,
and
and
you-
I do.
Correct.
Get a rifleman A. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Guard your cards.
So who gets to rifleman first?
Next round.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's who draws the rifleman card and who gets the initiative. Six, 7. Soviets have the initiative. Off you go.
Rifleman A.
There we go. So we have control,
So we
which
have
means the
control.
Soviets are currently on 3 points.
Okay.
So this could be,
could be it.
very quickly.
And rifle. No. No, it's a shame, isn't it? I will move my rifleman B. A rather.
Rifleman A.
Rifleman A. Sorry, I keep these apart. Rifleman A.
That's this one. That's this one who's
That's
just
this
done
one.
the controlling.
Yes, that's okay. Because if I move back out of here, I still control it.
Yeah.
And you can't control it because I've still got a scout there. You'd have to kill the scout first to control it.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's true.
So if I'm,
So he goes
my
in,
thinking is,
plants his flag, and then runs
can I,
away.
yeah. Can
Yeah.
I just check a moment? Am I allowed to look at my
You are allowed to look at your
casualties?
casualty pile, yeah, because it's kind of open.
They all
So.
win, yeah.
So I don't have a rifleman A in my casualty. And we had, just to be
There's
clear,
5.
there's,
So there's 4 in the supply,
Yeah.
and 1 in your deck at the start of the game. There's 5 in total.
am I allowed to look through my
Your discard pile, yeah.
I think there's 1 there. So it's 1, 2, 3. This isn't 1. 4. So there's 1 here. So I could draw Rifleman A next turn. Yeah, so I will move back
So
here.
you're going to move back there.
Because
If
if I
you
draw
draw
it,
Rifleman A
I'll be
next
able
turn
to-
and control it, you win.
That's the thinking. And then Fog of War is discarded.
Right. Okay.
Exciting. Exciting.
Germans.
So we'll start with machine gunner A.
Oops.
I'm going to fire at. It's discard pile first, not in hand. So
Yeah. Well, it's hand, discard pile, deck.
I'm going to fire at your scouts.
These?
Normally, yep.
So it's 5 plus 1 is 6. Shoot and to kill or to
Shoot and
suppress.
kill.
You need a 6. Got a 6.
6. So I have
Scout B from
Scout
your discard
B.
pile. If there is a Scout
There's
B,
a Scout B.
it's another casualty. Right, and that is Machine Gunners A done. Next.
Then Rifleman A are also going to fire at your scouts.
So this is just 1 dice. Again, needing a 6. Got it.
7.
Is there a Scout B in your discard pile?
Oh, please! There's a Scout B.
Okay. Next. From the war card. Okay.
Right, here we go.
Next turn.
Here we go. This is the turn. This is the turn.
And reveal.
9.
9.
You won.
Soviets keep it.
And Rifleman
Green
A
Rifleman A takes control,
takes control.
and has
Woo!
4 points and wins. Well, that started out
Wow, I
definitely
thought
in favour of the
I
Germans.
thought I was
Yeah.
completely destroyed.
But yeah, that's the asymmetry of the scenario. As you say, the Germans are here. This is the area which is worth the most points. The gunners are
Doing
great
horrific,
at sitting
horrific
there.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Took no
yeah, look
casualties.
at the casualties. I mean, probably
Look,
for the
you-
campaign, I'm probably suffering.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you lost how many there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 casualties.
And how many do you lose?
0.
None. Yeah.
You suffered no casualties. Okay, so that is scenario 1 play. So as I mentioned at the start, if you're just playing to learn the game, it is recommended that you play scenario 1 and then stop. Don't count that as part of the campaign. Okay, and once you learn how to play, then start the campaign and play scenario 1. So if you just wanted to see how scenario 1 played, you've seen it. What we're now going to do is I'm now going to explain how the campaign system works. And as part of that, I'm actually going to open up some of the cards which could be classed as a spoiler. So if you don't want to see any spoilers of what happens after scenario 1, thank you very much for watching. But if you want to stick around, we're going to explain what happens next. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, so if we were playing the actual campaign, then there would have been some narrative story that would have gone before the scenario. So this is the Soviet scenario book, that's the German scenario book. And if you open it up, first of all, briefing 1. So there's a whole bit of narrative that you're supposed to read, and you're supposed to read it to yourself. Because obviously, this is your narrative, this is your briefing, and the Germans have their own briefing. And then the first scenario you play will be scenario 011, which is the one that we've just played. Okay? That scenario is listed in the back of the book here, which tells you which map to use, what the objectives are, what your supply and everything else. And the area, the winner takes control of the 9 January square. And then what you do is you will track on this sheet the game state. And both players should have the same game state at all times. So at the start, scenario 1, it's game state 1A, you read briefing 1. And the victor, in this case, was the Soviets. What you'll then do, because there was a Soviet victory, the game state is now 2A. So you will both write 2A in there. And then when you play the next one, you look up on this sheet, 2A, you will read briefing 320, which will be, congratulations, great job. And the Germans will read a different briefing, which will say, commiserations, but, you know, we're going to come back. So you both players must be on the same game state each time, okay? So that's how that works, and that's how the briefing works. And there's loads of narrative here, and there's loads of stuff that
I
happens.
think spoiling scenario 1 isn't going to be too much of a difference.
No,
We're not going to now talk through the entire campaign and give
No.
every single spoiler ending.
Right, so the campaign step, that's what I'm going to explain now. In the campaign step, there's 3 phases. The first one is the victory phase, where you track who won, which is what we've just done, okay? And that will impact on certain scenarios. As I mentioned at the start, it's an evolving sort of branching storyline type thing. The next thing is the casualty phase. So what we do is you count the number of cards in your casualty pile. Now, you know I said when you do recon, you remove the fog of war card from the game. Where did you put it? Did you put it in your casualty pile?
I put it over here, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not. So any fog of war cards... You did do a recon. Oh, you didn't. You didn't in the end.
I didn't do a recon. I was
You didn't
going to do a recon.
You were going to.
I was going to do a recon at the beginning, but I didn't.
But if you recon a fog of war card, that is set aside. It doesn't go in your casualty pile.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so how many cards have you got in your casualty pile?
7.
7. 1,
Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so you give them a shuffle. And obviously, you would have done the same with yours.
Yeah.
And then you draw 2 at random. Yeah. Right. Now, after campaign 1, that card is going to be a normal soldier card. But it could be that it was a reserve card. And if it was a reserve card, you put it back in and you draw a different one.
Okay.
You keep drawing until you've got 2. Now, the reason it's 2 is because you had 7. So if you had 1 to 4 casualties, you'd draw 1 card.
Yep.
5 to 9 casualties would be 2 cards. 10 or more would be 3 cards. So let's reveal those 2 cards. So Machine Gunner A, and they've each got individual artwork and names. So let's have a look at these 2. Who have we got?
So we've got
Sophia.
Sophia
Yeah.
and Martre.
Yeah. So they're dead. Right?
Oh.
They are permanent casualties. They have not recovered from their wounds. So here is the box. The box has, for each player, and these are removable, okay, but I'm just going to leave them in the box for now. You have slots for various things in there. And one of them is for removed. So in fact, I've got the removed ones in the wrong one. The upgrade deck should be there. The locked ones should be there. Upgrade. Lock. Right, so this section here is for removed cards. They are removed for the entire campaign. They will never come back in because they're dead. Those 2 people are dead. So what we do is we take those 2 cards and we put them in there. You've lost those 2 soldiers. Right. However, whenever you lose a rifleman, a scout, or a machine gunner, you replace them with reserve cards. So this is the bit that some people might think is a bit of a spoiler, but it's not. We have a reserve deck, which is it. This is the reserve deck. So if you want to take your reserve deck, basically to replace a card with a reserve card, we need to look up the designation. So in the bottom right-hand corner, this says S-S014 and S-S016. So you want to find cards SR014 and SR016, which are the reserves that have been brought in to replace the 2 lost soldiers, which will be exactly the same. So we've lost
Machine
Gunner A and Rifleman B.
Yeah.
We have a new Machine Gunner A, and I'm just going to show these on the overhead. So these are the ones that have gone, and these are the new ones. Yep, so these are the reserves. So you can see that the initiative value is lower. No, it's not. Sometimes the initiative value is lower. On these 2, it's not. But this is weaker. These 2 actions are weaker. So this attack can only now be used at ranged 1 or 2. This suppressor can only be ranged at 1 or 2. And these riflemen can't move.
Can't move.
So they've lost the move action. So reserves are replacement cards for the dead ones, but they are weaker. Okay? So they've gone.
That's interesting.
The reserve deck goes back there.
All your other Rifleman B can still move. It's just when that one comes out.
Just when that one comes out,
that
that
move
card
action
can't
can't be used.
Okay, so that's those cards. You would have done the same if you had any casualties as well. The third phase in the campaign step is the upgrade phase. So what we need to do is you need to take all of the cards from your play area, your hand, your discard pile, and your casualty pile, and shuffle them into a face down deck.
Scar.
Just everything but the new card.
Everything but the supply.
But
So your play area,
include the Fog of Wars.
your hand, your deck, your discard pile, and your casualty pile. So everything that took part in that battle,
Yeah.
make them into a deck, shuffle that deck.
including the Fog of Wars.
Yep, including Fog of Wars. Shuffle the deck. Technically, you do include the Fog of Wars, but I'll show you what happens.
Oh, okay.
But now, once you've done that, just reveal the top 2 cards of the deck. Right. If you've revealed an upgrade card, which you won't have yet, a reserve card, a command card, or a Fog of War card, then put them back into the supply and draw again.
I was about to say again, upgraded platoon sergeant.
Yeah, that is a command card.
So I have a platoon sergeant.
Yeah,
Go
so
back.
draw a replacement.
Draw a replacement for that. Rifleman.
Oh,
There you go.
Twin Rifleman A.
So-
Rifleman A, a machine gun.
Those are the characters that have leveled up. Ding!
Wow.
Right? At which point we go to the upgrade deck. So again, the upgrade deck, every single card has an identifier. So you want to look at the identifier in the bottom right-hand corner and take the upgraded version of them.
Same here.
The locked deck. There's the upgraded deck. Okay. So it will have the designation.
Oh, there we are, Carl.
U.
Oh, there we are, Carl. You're looking tougher. And
This is the locked deck.
Oh, we're giving you the wrong deck. We're giving you the wrong deck.
Huss. Let's have a look at the.
Oh!
I don't know what Overwatch does, but I've got an idea and I like the sound of it.
Okay, I'm just going to show your cards on screen, Rob. If you move them up a bit.
Yep.
There you go. So we've got the original ones at the top and then the upgraded versions at the bottom. As you can see, they're... Yeah, so one of them's got Overwatch and the Rifleman has got...
The move, attacks and suppress is all the same, as is the initiatives. But the Machine Gunner has gained Overwatch and the Rifleman has gained attack 2 at a distance greater than 1, I think. Yeah. So he's in fact you can actually see he's got a sniper scope now.
There you go.
So he's upgraded to a squad sniper.
Nice, okay. And if we look at the Russians,
we have 2 riflemen. We've got a rifleman.
A rifleman can inspire others
in the same squad.
Yeah,
and we can also do assault,
which is another type. So we've gained 2 types of actions: Overwatch and assault. And this is where the extra rules will get. Explained as we go along. Right, so those cards then go back in your supply.
So the original ones...
Oh, the original ones get removed from the game. Yeah, they are, effectively, they are gone.
Yeah, because they're technically still here.
Yeah, they're not dead, but they've been replaced. So those cards have gone, and you've got new cards. Those new cards go back to your supply. And that's it. That's the campaign step. And I just wanted to show that at the end of this video, just to give people an idea about how the upgrading works. Now, there's still a whole lot of stuff we haven't seen.
Just one question.
Yeah.
So my supply and these become my new starting...
Not necessarily.
No,
okay. They become your available cards.
Right.
The scenario will tell you exactly what you start with. But if it says Rifleman A, you take all of your Rifleman A cards, at which point you've got 2.
I've got 2 upgraded ones.
Now, I'll give you a clue. Riflemen and Scouts are in every single scenario. Yeah, right? They are the 2 staple units.
You have to have them. Right?
You have to have them.
Right.
What's also in the box is a locked deck. So this is basically the tanks, the anti-tank weapons, all of the units that we haven't seen yet. So the upgrades, the reserves are to replace dead soldiers.
Other kinds of specialist troopers.
Yeah, they are all in there. You'll also notice these are the map tiles for the game. These are future map tiles. So whenever a map tile gets permanently changed, you will take it from here, you will swap it with its replacement from here. So gradually over the course of the campaign, some of the buildings will get destroyed and replaced by other ones. Okay, as more and more damage is done. That's all I know. I haven't looked at any further scenarios in this game. So I don't know what else comes in the future, but that's just an idea of how it plays out. All good?
Yeah, very good.
All good?
Yeah, very good.
I hope you found these videos useful in learning how to play Undaunted Stalingrad. Thank you very much again to Osprey Games for sponsoring the video. And if you like the content that I create and you want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. Until next time, take care and thanks for watching.